Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Starting off with some breaking news from sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus of up to $500 when you sign up. According to multiple reports, Jon Gruden has resigned as head coach of the Raiders. NFL Network was the first to report his departure from the team over the growing controversy over his emails. This comes as additional emails sent by Gruden revealed his use of homophobic and misogynistic language over the course of several years. Now, this is a developing story. We'll have much more for you online at lvrj.com and also on 7 at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now to your holiday forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 hour is here for you. Expect it to stay windy, windy, windy. Not exactly a great hair day. The National Weather Service says expect winds 25 to 35 miles per hour with gusts peaking at 60. With cooler temps, Mount Charleston could also see its first significant snowfall of the season. Right now, we're seeing temps in the 60s. In a few hours, we have a small chance of rain with temps dipping into the 50s. By Tuesday, the rain should be clearing out with partly cloudy skies, a high of 66 degrees and low of 45. The rest of your week afterward should be sunny with highs creeping back up toward the 70s. In other top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. In the South Ridge neighborhood, 5 wireless cameras are set to be installed. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour explains why. Renee?
Jen, the year-long pilot program will allow city marshals to keep a live watch over public safety and enable city staff to view how many people are using the park and when it needs to be maintained. And this is all according to the City Information Technology Director, Michael Sherwood. If the camera technology can reliably send back information to the city over the pilot period, the program will be extended at the park and extended to others across the Las Vegas Valley. Sherwood insisted that the program is not intended to act as a policing system, but officials hope it will allow patrols to be sent to the park only when needed.
Looking at this data, they say that they can then schedule trash pickups and park cleanups and also look at perhaps what are dangerous traffic patterns.
He also said video and audio will not be recorded. Councilwoman Olivia Diaz, who represents the South Ridge neighborhood, said constituents shouldn't be worried, but she also says she's cautiously optimistic that testing will ultimately provide useful data to the city. Jen?
Thanks, Renee. In other news, the chancellor of Nevada's colleges and universities is making scathing accusations against 2 leaders of the Board of Regents. Chancellor Melody Rose says Chairwoman Kathy McAdoo and Vice Chairman Patrick Carter created a hostile work environment, engaging in a, quote, shocking series of secret decisions and abuses of power.
A former regent on the board who served from June 2020 through January. She's experienced some of the same cultural issues during her time on the board.
NSHE spokesperson declined to comment. Just off the Las Vegas Strip, police are investigating an incident where a man pointed a gun at another man in front of the Rio Hotel. Officers were called to the resort at around 4 this morning. After an extensive search and help of a canine police dog, they found the suspect hiding under a car in the parking lot. In business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is nearing a deal to sell 10 acres of strip front property near the Riviera Hotel where it once stood. You may remember it was demolished in 2016 to make way for LVCVA's expansion. More info is expected from the LVCVA Board of Directors meeting on Tuesday. And a new restaurant on the Strip is looking for some staffing help. A soon-to-open Chinese restaurant, the Noodle Den at Sahara Las Vegas, is looking to hire 25 people. Sahara will host a job fair for the Noodle Den on Wednesday and Thursday at Paradise Lounge. In entertainment, sponsored by DiscoverNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. Tens of thousands coming out to see works of art at the Summerlin Festival of Arts. Over the weekend, the free festival featured a car show, kids' activities, and live art demonstrations.
I like to make a lot of traditional and non-traditional blown glass forms, and most of my work represents some sort of connection with geology and earth processes that help make mineral specimens and other features of the desert Southwest.
The event was presented by the Review Journal.
Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Raiders and Broncos each started the season 3-0 before losing their last 2 games. One team will improve to 4-2 and the other will drop to 3-3 after the AFC West division rivals square off Sunday in Denver. The Broncos are 3.5-point favorites at Station Casino Sportsbooks. Denver is minus 175 on the money line and the Silver and Black are plus 155. The total is 45.
In health, sponsored by 4M Dental, love your smile again. A mutant of the Delta variant is being blamed for a man's reinfection of COVID. A 31-year-old Mineral County man with no underlying conditions tested positive for the Delta variant, then tested positive again 22 days later for a different strain. The Nevada State Public Health Lab says he was not vaccinated. As for the overall COVID metrics, it's a mixed bag. Across the state, new cases are below the 14-day moving average of 612 per day, and deaths are right at the moving average of 10. In Clark County, the test positivity rate is up slightly, but new cases are below the moving average. In lifestyle news, a show of pride for Las Vegas's LGBTQ community. Downtown Las Vegas hosted the Pride Parade and Festival with Governor Steve Sisolak and First Lady Kathy Sisolak serving as co-grand marshals. Other guests included Miss Nevada USA Cataluna Enriquez, the first transgender woman to compete in the Miss USA pageant. Plus, a life-changing event for a life-saving cause. The Simon Keith Foundation held its charity golf tournament at the Revere Golf Club to get kids organ transplants like Madeline Quinn.
They raise money for kids to get new hearts and to live their best life like me.
She got a new heart when she was just 2 years old. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have a Roku device, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here for more 7 at 7 tomorrow.
Review Journal Studio sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.